The world is a complex and interconnected place. Today it feels like it is teetering on the precipice of a major conflict. From the battlefields of Ukraine to the tense waters of the Taiwan Strait, tensions are running high. Global powers are engaged in a dangerous game of brinkmanship. The threat of a miscalculation, a misstep that could spiral into something far greater, looms large. We are confronted with a multitude of challenges. The post-Cold War order is crumbling. Nationalism is on the rise. Economic instability is fueling unrest. Trust between nations is eroding. All of these factors contribute to a climate of uncertainty and fear. In this environment, even small incidents can quickly escalate into major international crises. The specter of World War III, a conflict that would have unimaginable consequences for humanity, haunts our collective consciousness. The memories of past global conflicts serve as stark reminders of the horrors that such a war would unleash. It is a chilling thought, one that we must confront with clear eyes and a commitment to peace. The most immediate threat to global security is the ongoing war in Ukraine. Russia's invasion has shattered the peace in Europe. It has raised profound questions about the future of the international order. The conflict has drawn in global powers, with the US and NATO providing military support. In the Taiwan Strait, tensions between China and the US are simmering. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province that must be reunited. The Middle East remains a tinderbox plagued by conflict. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict continues to fester. Beyond the geopolitical hotspots, global economic uncertainty is adding fuel to the fire. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the fragility of our interconnected world. It disrupted supply chains, triggered inflation, and exacerbated existing inequalities. The war in Ukraine has further strained the global economy, leading to energy shortages and food insecurity. In this climate of economic anxiety, nations are increasingly turning inward. Protectionist policies are on the rise. Globalization, once seen as an unstoppable force, is facing a backlash. This inward turn risks undermining the very institutions that have underpinned global stability for decades. It also creates fertile ground for extremist ideologies that thrive on division and fear. The economic challenges we face are complex and interconnected. They require global cooperation and a commitment to finding solutions that benefit all. Yet, the current trajectory suggests a different path, one marked by competition, mistrust, and a retreat from global engagement. This path leads to a more dangerous and unstable world. While traditional forms of warfare dominate the headlines, a silent war is being waged in the digital realm. Cyber attacks, often state-sponsored, are becoming increasingly common. They target critical infrastructure, financial institutions, and government agencies with the potential to disrupt economies and sow chaos. The anonymity of cyberspace makes it difficult to attribute attacks and deter aggressors. The cyber domain is a new frontier of warfare, one with its own rules of engagement and escalation dynamics. A cyber attack, unlike a conventional attack, can cross borders in an instant. It can cripple a nation's infrastructure without firing a single shot. The potential consequences of a major cyber attack are profound, ranging from economic disruption to the loss of life. The international community is struggling to establish norms and rules of behavior in cyberspace. The attribution problem, the difficulty in definitively identifying the perpetrators of cyber attacks, makes deterrence a major challenge. As nations develop their offensive cyber capabilities, the risk of miscalculation and escalation grows. Section 5. The Nuclear Shadow. Looming over all of these threats is the specter of nuclear war. The world possesses a terrifying arsenal of nuclear weapons. The doctrine of nuclear deterrence has long been a cornerstone of global security. However, the current geopolitical climate is testing this doctrine. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has raised fears of a nuclear conflict. China's growing nuclear arsenal adds another layer of complexity. The risk of miscalculation is a chilling possibility. The only way to eliminate the nuclear threat is through disarmament. Achieving this goal requires international cooperation and trust. Section 6. Diplomacy in the face of danger. In this age of interconnected challenges, diplomacy has never been more vital. While headlines may focus on military buildups and escalating tensions, It is essential to remember that diplomatic channels remain open. Behind the scenes, diplomats, negotiators, and international organizations are working tirelessly to find peaceful resolutions to conflicts, to build bridges of understanding, and to foster cooperation. Diplomacy is often painstakingly slow, requiring patience, persistence, and a willingness to compromise. It can be frustratingly incremental, with progress measured in small steps rather than grand pronouncements. Yet it remains the only viable path to a more peaceful and just world. The alternative, the path of conflict and confrontation, is fraught with peril. The challenges facing the world today are complex and interconnected. They require a global response, one that transcends national borders and narrow self-interest. Diplomacy, with its emphasis on dialogue, cooperation, and the peaceful resolution of disputes, offers the best hope for navigating these challenges and building a more secure and prosperous future for all. Section 7. The risk of miscalculation. One of the most significant dangers in the current geopolitical climate is the risk of miscalculation. In a world of heightened tensions, even a minor incident can quickly spiral out of control. A misunderstanding or unintended escalation could have catastrophic consequences. The potential flashpoints are numerous. A military exercise gone wrong, a cyber attack attributed to the wrong actor, or a naval incident in a contested waterway could all trigger conflict. The speed of information today only exacerbates the risk. Open lines of communication are essential. Clear signaling of intentions is crucial. Confidence-building measures can help reduce misunderstandings. The world cannot afford to stumble into conflict due to miscalculation. Section 8. The imperative of hope. Despite daunting challenges, we must not succumb to despair. The human story is one of resilience, overcoming obstacles. Even in dark times, some dared to hope and work for a better future. The pursuit of peace requires courage and commitment. It demands recognizing our shared humanity. We can choose a path of peace, cooperation, and mutual respect. Let us choose hope as a call to action for a better future.